People with very high expectations have very low resilience. And unfortunately, resilience matters in success.
Yeah.
I don't know how to teach it to you except for I hope suffering happens to you. And to this day, I use the phrase pain and suffering inside our company with great glee. And greatness is not intelligence, as you know. Greatness comes from character, and character isn't formed out of smart people. It's formed out of people who suffered.
At face value, that can be quite controversial, right? Because look, if you do coding, I'll use a coding example. In code, there are different coding languages to code different things, and those different coding languages respond differently to different inputs, and they'll give you different outputs, right? So pain doesn't work the same for everyone. Pain might work for someone else, and pain might not work for someone else, right? But we need to understand that pain is essentially a human need to make sure that you thrive. I think what the word that we're looking for here is character, right? And character is forged through discipline and consistency. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he says that consistency will beat talent every time, right? And people who show up every single day, even if it's hard, even if they don't feel like it, have the character, right? And the only way to develop that character is through times where you face setbacks and times where things didn't go your way, but you needed to push a little bit harder to get to that point, right? Times where you weren't counted in, times where you felt like the world was caving into itself, right? But it is in those moments where character is built. So I think what Ginseng here is trying to tap into is the need for good character, and good character can only be forged through a certain degree of pain. And this is not to say that people who haven't experienced pain are less human in a way. I think, matter of fact, I think that to a degree, all human beings have experienced a degree of pain, right? And that pain allows them to be the best version of themselves every single day. I think if you use your pain to propel you every single time to reach greater heights, then that pain forges character. But some people respond differently to pain, right? Some people become explosive. Some people become disordered and disorganized and get into depressive states, right? So we should take it with a pinch of salt, but I think we should hyper focus on the word character and then understand if you're coding or programming something like a human, how would you program character into a human? And the way to do that would be through pain.